Today's super stoked. Today's about fun for everybody, dogs, us, the fans out here to support us. Today's a blast.
Super stoked at the Iditarod Ceremonial Start. We hear from fans and mushers.
And the meteorological spring season might be upon us, but winter temperatures and snow are persisting this weekend for much of the state.
Plus, concern in the interior as people are warned about some lakes and rivers that could be a safety issue.
You're watching Alaska's news source.
I want to chase greatness. I want to achieve greatness. And to have that opportunity is everything to me.
Reigning Iditarod champion Jesse Holmes and 36 other mushers were the stars of the show today, along with their dogs, as the Iditarod Ceremonial Start got underway. Alaskans and tourists filled 4th Avenue as the town came out to support mushers and join in on the festivities. Charlie Fellows headed downtown to see how people were spending the day around the dogs.
Here at the ceremonial start of the Iditarod, the mushers and dogs are obviously the stars of the show, but no less important are the thousands of fans lining 4th Avenue in Anchorage, giving this time-honored Alaska tradition life. I talked to a few of them.
Oh, I love it. I'm a born and raised Alaskan, and I never miss it when I'm in town. I think it's so inspirational, and it brings so many people together, and I'm thrilled to be here.
Yes, we're out here grabbing some treats, grabbing some posters, getting some hot dogs from
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Loving it.
Awesome.
The proud tradition experiencing a bounce-back year after 2025's lack of snow.
Well, this is perfect, right? 20 degrees and snowing lightly. It's a beautiful Alaskan day.
Yeah, it's nice and snowy, so perfect Alaska weather.
Bringing in spectators from near and far.
I'm from Scotland, and this lady's from Australia.
Yeah, no, it's lovely. It's just been great seeing the snow. Everyone has been so kind so far. It's, yeah, we've been very lucky having Visit Anchorage here taking care of us. So, yeah, it's been a great experience.
We get a FaceTime some of our family down in Missouri so they can watch it from a distance. So this is kind of a crazy activity for them.
A testament to the Iditarod's ability to bring people together.
It's amazing. Love to see this tradition going on.
Yeah, it's definitely something different. It's been great. It's a nice environment. Everyone seems to be having a good time, and dogs are all so excited. Yeah.
Well, now the mushers are off to Willow, where they'll restart the Iditarod on Sunday, after which the crowds will thin out a bit as they begin their nearly 1,000-mile journey through the Alaska wilderness to finish the race in Nome. Charlie Fellows, Alaska's news source.
We'll check in with the mushers in a minute here, but first, another Anchorage tradition, the running of the reindeer. This Ferrandi event is often a must-see for people in Anchorage this time of year. The reindeer took to the streets on 4th Avenue, chasing runners as they went, with the crowd watching and cheering. Ferrandi describes it as one of its most world-renowned events. And for the crowds out, it was as festive as ever with the snow coming down. But that snow around South Central has created a first alert day. Meteorologist Bailey Braun is in the Weather Center with how that will continue to impact Alaskans.
Thank you, Michaela. Yeah, today is a first alert weather day for South Central in Anchorage as of about 3 p.m. National Weather Service measured about 7.6 inches of snow, so we got a fairly significant amount of that snowfall. But all across the state, we are seeing some of those wintry impacts. In Anchorage, again, that's not stopping from people from going outside and enjoying the snow up at Hilltop, even downtown at the Iditarod. But we are seeing some fresh snowfall across Palmer right now and along the Glen Highway and even for Juneau. That's where we're focusing on some of the heavier impacts into this weekend. Now, as we look ahead, more of that snowfall is expected into southeast as this low pressure system does begin to move out from South Central. That's beginning to take away some of that snowfall, but you will see more of that snow in the morning across South Central. It will begin to taper off, though, during the early portion of the afternoon. But across the rest of the state, we are clearing out, but brace for more of those cold temperatures returning this week, very similar to what we saw last week. So again, southeast, you have more of that heavy snowfall coming your way, and that's going to bring about 4 to 6 inches into Juneau, but higher elevations could see up to about 9 inches or so into Juneau and other portions in the northern area of the region. Now, wind is still a big impact for most of the state, especially along the coastlines. Western Alaska seeing gusts up to about 40 miles per hour for tomorrow morning. Kodiak Island and the Alaska Peninsula could see some slightly stronger wind gusts as well, so be aware of that change ahead. Now, for tomorrow, you will see some of that lingering snowfall and some more of that moisture into the interior and for Anchorage, but again, that's going to taper off into the afternoon. Southeast is the main area where you're going to see that throughout your day and even kicking off your work week. Now, one thing I do want to remind you about is set your clocks ahead an hour. Daylight savings is upon us, so be sure to check out your daylight hours as that sunrise is pushed back just an hour, but you do get a little bit more sun for the afternoon.
Thanks, Bailey. That's a good reminder. Rivers and lakes around Alaska are popular spots for recreation when they ice over during the winter. But in the interior, hikers are being asked to take precautions in some areas. Alex Bengal tells us what's happening and how you can stay safe.
Measurements taken by the National Weather Service on Tuesday show overflow water on a number of iced-over lakes and rivers in the interior, sometimes up to 6 inches deep. This event happens when the weight of the snow on the ice pushes it down, causing the water beneath to flow over the sides and through cracks to the top of the ice.
You'll typically get an overflow event in any year once you have solid ice formation and then a large snow event. We, in this case, have had 3 large snow events kind of in a row that created a large snowpack pretty quickly.
It doesn't happen every year, but it can be seen regularly, causing a hazard if those on the ice aren't wearing waterproof footwear tall enough for the overflow.
For someone who's out for a prolonged period of time, soaking their footwear is not safe.
Snow machines can get stuck in the overflow water, eventually freezing in place. Hazards that can be avoided by staying on the trails, which compact the snow and freeze the overflow.
When you get in trouble is when you start walking off of the established trails into like unbroken snow.
These overflow situations were not found on every body of water, and where they are, the water is expected to freeze eventually. But for now, that's one more reason to stay vigilant when outdoors during the winter. Alex Bengal, Alaska's news source.
Doyon says in the last week it's taken down more of the rig that toppled to the ground in January. It has now removed 54% of Doyon 26. That's up from about 47% at the end of February. These are new photos from Doyon Drilling Inc. Crews have recovered about 2,500 gallons of product, which is more than half of what was initially thought to have spilled. Doyon also says crews found another 135 gallons of spilled product, which this time is hydraulic oil, but it says it stayed inside the structure and did not go outside the rig. They also removed 515 gallons of unspilled hydraulic oil from the rig. And when we come back, we're hearing from mushers.
It's all about the fans, for sure. You know, they don't get to see this like we do.
Today's ceremonial start. Before Iditarod teams officially take off on the trail to Nome tomorrow, mushers got a chance to soak in the ceremonial start in downtown Anchorage. Sports director Jordan Rodenberger got a chance to catch up with a few mushers before the teams headed down 4th Avenue.
He hails from Torpa, Norway. He is in our expedition class.
It is a parade of sled dogs through downtown Anchorage. Iditarod 54 Ceremonial Start, a showcase for the sport and these 4-legged athletes, and the excitement surrounding this year's race, both palpable and audible.
Today's for the fans, and then tomorrow's for the dogs. Let's party.
I feel so grateful to be here for our fans and our supporters and our sponsors, and to put on a show for Alaska and the whole world.
And while many of the challenges still lie ahead of them, just getting to the Iditarod starting line is a victory for many of these mushers.
I mean, it's been a cold winter. Everything's breaking. We've got 2 trucks, and they're both in the shop, so we're borrowing vehicles. And but the more truck trouble you have getting to the start line, the better you do. So I think that's a positive outcome, hopefully.
Just getting here is a full challenge in itself. We've traveled a long way just to be here.
Each musher with their own reason for choosing this race and this lifestyle.
and my mom sent me a newspaper clipping, and my great-grandfather carried mail around the time of the serum run, and when she sent me that, I just kind of realized this is my purpose.
You know, for me, it's not as much of a sport as it is a way of life and an important part of my culture. And so, you know, I'm just really happy to be here and, you know, in good company.
I don't like to think that I'm getting too old for it. I feel like I'm in the prime, but I was supposed to go see this specialist since 2 months ago. I'm like, I'll deal with it after Iditarod. I'm not going to get told that I have something wrong with me and not go to Nome. I'll deal with it after Iditarod. So that's what the Iditarod means to me. In a nutshell, everything's for Iditarod.
The ceremonial start, very much a celebration. The race clock will officially begin Sunday in Willow at 2 p.m. as the 1,000-mile journey to Nome begins. Jordan Rodenberger, Alaska's news source.
Thanks for listening. Click subscribe so you can get the latest podcast from Alaska's news source automatically. And stay up to date with breaking news and in-depth reporting available for free 24/7 with the Alaska's news source app.